The president of the Iraqi Kurdish regional government announced on Twitter Kurds will hold an independence referendum in September. The semi-autonomous region has been instrumental in the fight against ISIS. Joining us now is Bayan Sami Abdul Rahman, the representative of the Kurdistan regional government to the U.S., almost as if you are an ambassador, but not quite a representative. Tell me, over the weekend, the Iraqi Prime Minister had a phone call with the Kurdish region president, Masoud Barzani, and they talked about how you're going to fight ISIS, but they did not talk about the referendum. Why do you think that is?
They've talked about the referendum and the question of self-determination before, so it wasn't a surprise to President Abadi. We have kept both Baghdad and our friends, for example, in Washington and elsewhere, very well informed of our aspirations to have a referendum on independence sometime this fall. And finally, we've announced September 25th as the date.
You already function with near autonomy from Baghdad. Why do you want this referendum? What will it do for the Kurds?
We do have autonomy within Iraq. However, we had hoped that after 2003, Iraq would be a federal and a democratic country, a country where the government would be a government of partnership, of equal partners between Kurds and Arabs. But we don't have that. We don't have a government where everything is done by consensus. We have more and more of the Arab leadership talking about majority rule, which means that, you know, the majority, the winners, will dictate everything. There are many other issues. For example, we're fighting ISIS. The Peshmerga are the most effective force against ISIS.
Not the Iraqis?
I would say most effective. I would say worldwide it's recognized that it's the Peshmerga. Of course, the Iraqi forces are also very brave and we commend them. But the issue for us is that, for example, we can't buy weapons and we can't receive weapons direct. All the weapons have to go through Baghdad. If we are, or when we are, a sovereign independent state, we can do those things. We can more easily borrow on the international bond markets and so on.
So, as a representative, what do you say to those people who are opposing this vote?
There has been some reaction already against the referendum, but I have to say that most of the reaction often also recognizes that it is the legitimate right of the people of Kurdistan to have self-determination. We did expect this kind of reaction. We've never expected our friends to encourage us. Most bureaucrats in whatever civil service they work in, they like borders to stay as they are.
And I think you're going to have quite an issue with Turkey, and the Turkish Prime Minister has called this referendum irresponsible. But that's all the time we have. I wish we could talk more. Thank you so much for joining us, Bayan Sami Abdul Rahman.
You're welcome.
Representative from Kurdistan.